Hima might be able to solo the Boruto verse, or at least she would be able to pack up Kawaki, and this is because she is quite similar to Jura. With everything that we learned in chapter 8, we can finally find the answer to what hidden powers Hima has, and it all starts with Jura. Ever since chapter 4 of Boruto to Blue Vortex, Jura's identity has been shredded with mystery. This has caused us to create various theories on who exactly Jura is, from Kawaki, Ishiki, Jigen, and even Gaara for some very special people. I'm joking, but let's be real, there is no way that people actually thought that it was going to be Gaara. But we were all wrong. Obviously, Ishiki's DNA played a part in this, but in chapter 8, it is confirmed that Jura is the incarnation of the Ten Tails. This means that by code mixing his chakra with the Ten Tails, he caused the Ten Tails to evolve, leading to the birth of Jura. So Jura was definitely influenced by Ishiki's DNA, but he is the incarnation of the Ten Tails. Now, with this information, we can finally explain what Jura's symbol at his back truly means. So let's break it down step by step, starting with the circle symbol that we see on Jura's back. We see this circle symbol not only on Jura, but we actually see this on Obito, Madara, Hagoromo, and Naruto. Now, when you look at Jura, you would see that he has 9 Magatamas around the circle on his back. Although it is not the same style and position as we see with Naruto and Obito and even Madara, but it is still the same number of Magatamas. Ishiki didn't have those markings, and any other Otutsuki that we have seen. The only people who have this symbol are those who become the Ten Tails Jinchuriki in some sort of way. Obito and Madara possess this symbol after becoming the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and Naruto possessed this symbol after getting chakra from Hagoromo, who was the one who split the Ten Tails into 2. And Naruto also received chakra from all of the Tail Beasts, and we know that the Ten Tails is the combination of all of the Tail Beast chakra. This all confirms that Jura really is the incarnation of the Ten Tails, but it may also still allow us to connect all of this to the pattern of love that we have seen fit with the rest of the Shinshu. The person who is the closest to being like Jura in this current world is Naruto. Due to Naruto not only having Kurama's chakra, but he also gained a portion of the chakra from the rest of the Tail Beasts. Whether you believe that he still has it till this day doesn't matter, but due to Naruto being so similar to Jura, Jura may have developed some type of love or interest to Naruto. Due to Naruto being so similar but yet different to Jura, because love is not only lust. This is the same way that Jura's love for Naruto shows itself through the curiosity and interest that he has with Naruto due to them being so similar. All of this information is what we learn after figuring out that Jura is the incarnation of the Ten Tails. Now, if you look at the fact that Jura is also capable of sensing people who are just like him, or at least have Biju chakra, it tells us that Tail Beast Jinchuriki have a level of resonance, just like people with the karma and Otutsukis, like we have seen with Boruto and Kawaki. This is what allowed Jura to sense Naruto/Hima's presence due to the resonance that they most likely possess due to both of them having Tail Beast chakra. Hima has probably not learned how to sense it on an advanced level, as she was only able to sense Naruto's presence in a different dimension and doesn't seem to be able to do the same thing with Jura, but it means that she could arrive at that same stage, and it could mean that Hima will be quite important in this fight against the Shinshu. So, with everything that we have discussed, we can now analyze what Jura said and what exactly he means. Some of the translations from this chapter were kind of off, especially those that dealt with Mitsuki and Ida. To be a little bit more specific, when Mitsuki said that he loved Kawaki, that translation was kind of off. However, in the case of what Jura said to Hima, whatever translation you pick, you would come to the same conclusion. So let's go with the official. So Jura says this: he's a Jinchuriki who possesses a Biju. As an incarnation of a fellow Biju, I can sense the Biju chakra dwelling inside of him. However, that him is not Naruto, as by following that Biju chakra that Jura seems to have sensed, they land on Hima, which would mean that Hima possesses Biju chakra so high that other Jinchurikis can sense it. Now, let's explain how this makes perfect sense and has actually been foreshadowed for quite a while. At this point, it is safe to say that Hima is low-key the Gohan of the Boruto series. Although Boruto and Sasuke's student relationship was inspired by Gohan and Piccolo, Hima still possesses similarities with Gohan, especially with their hidden powers. Raditz once mistook Gohan's power level to be Goku's, just like Jura mistook Hima's Biju chakra to be Naruto's. Hidden and latent powers is something that we can see in both characters. But why is that the case with Hima? And the simple answer is genetics. Hima is the daughter of both Naruto and Hinata. Hinata possesses the Byakugan that we have seen multiple Otutsukis also possess. But she also has Hamura's chakra, as she was given Hamura's chakra during the Tonori movie. When it comes to Naruto, he inherited chakra from multiple different people. Not only did he inherit chakra from Hagoromo, but he also was given chakra from the rest of the tailed beasts. And the combination of all of these factors led to Hima having Biju chakra and crazy latent potential. However, this information also gives us a clue on what exactly Hima's powers are and where exactly they come from. There are two possibilities. Either Hima's powers come from the combination of the Biju chakra that Naruto inherited from all the tailed beasts, or it is a combination of both Hamura's chakra and Hagoromo's. Let me explain the second possibility first so that you can understand exactly what I mean. For someone to have the Rinnegan, they have to have Senju or Ashura's chakra and Uchiha or Indura's chakra. This is seen with Madara especially, who awakened the Rinnegan after inserting a piece of Hashiroma's flesh/cells to his body, which led to him having the Rinnegan. We can see here that the combination of genetic information, in this case from Ashura and Indra, would lead you to their father, who is Hamura. Now with Hima, this could be to an even greater scale, due to the fact that Hima doesn't just have chakra from Ashura and Indra leading to Hagoromo's chakra, but she possesses Hagoromo and Hamura's chakra, which leads to Kaguya Otutsuki. This is the same reason why Kaguya wanted to kill and consume Hagoromo and Hamura, so that she could regain the chakra/powers that Hagoromo and Hamura inherited from her. But now the point that a lot of people would bring up would be that, oh, Naruto lost that chakra and Hinata probably lost it too. Whether you believe that this is the case, this doesn't change anything, because chakra still affected their genetics. Not only is this seen in the powers they receive, but the changes they have in their appearance. If you believe that Sasuke and Naruto lost their powers and chakra from Hagoromo, we can still see the permanent changes that it caused in Sasuke at the very least. Sasuke still maintained his unique variation of the Rinnegan years after receiving Hagoromo's chakra, which tells us that some of the effects of the chakra that they have received was to a level that was quite permanent and has played an influence on their children. The same with Naruto and Kurama. Even though Naruto no longer has Kurama's chakra, he still maintained his whiskers. And the whisker point just confirms that on some level, Boruto and Hima were affected by Kurama's chakra. But this is the point where a lot of people would then bring up the fact that Boruto doesn't seem to have those hidden powers, or at least have the Byakugan. But that's just not how genetics work. First of all, we know that Boruto and Hima have not inherited the same abilities, as Jura never commented on Boruto having Biju chakra inside of him. On a genetic level, this makes perfect sense. Just because one of your siblings has a specific attribute doesn't mean that the following sibling will have the same. For example, just because your sibling has blonde hair doesn't mean that you will also have blonde hair. Case proven in the Boruto series, with Boruto having blonde hair and Hima having black hair. But a point that a lot of people have not brought up is the fact that Boruto is now 100% Otutsuki. He was reborn using Otutsuki genetics by Momoshiki. Although it allowed him to keep his humanistic appearance, as you can only start looking like an Otutsuki when the Otutsuki inside of you resurrects. This was shown with Jigen, who had fully extracted Ishiki's karma, but yet he still looked like a human until Ishiki decided to resurrect. So we can already see that Boruto's genetics, although he may look human, have already been changed. So maybe he once had that same potential, but no longer has it. Whether you believe he had it or not, it still makes sense of why Boruto as an Otutsuki and Boruto, who has not been referred to as Boruto Uzumaki by characters like Jura, he has been referred to as Boruto Otutsuki due to the changes that have occurred in his genetics, making him an Otutsuki. This is why Boruto can now be fed to the 10 tails and turn into a chakra fruit, because he is no longer Boruto Uzumaki, he is Boruto Otutsuki. Hagoromo's chakra and Hinata having Hamura's chakra, which leads to Kaguya Otutsuki. So it makes sense that Boruto has Otutsuki DNA as stated and confirmed by Momoshiki. And Hima, for the moment, has the other side, which was influenced by the genetic makeup of all the tail beast chakra that Naruto possessed inside of him. We can learn later down the line that Hima also possesses Otutsuki DNA, but to me, it seems like the path that Kishimoto is taking is that Boruto inherited the Otutsuki side, while Hima inherited the Biju side. And this doesn't necessarily mean that Hima has Kurama inside of her, like people are starting to think. Let's take, for example, we have the Ginkaku brothers. They had Kurama's chakra, but they were not Jinchurikis of Kurama. Kurama was not inside of them, as Kurama was literally inside of Naruto. But in the war arc, we could literally see the Ginkaku brothers, and I'm probably saying it a bit wrong, I forgot the correct pronunciation, but those brothers still were able to use Kurama's chakra without having Kurama inside of them. So in general, I believe that Hima has inherited Naruto's side of the tail beast powers. Now, when it comes to Boruto not having the Byakugan, this was explained multiple times. And by Kishimoto saying that he forgot to give Boruto his Byakugan, it would mean that the eye that we saw in the first scene of the series would simply be the Jogan. But all of this happening has been foreshadowed for quite a while now. And this has been foreshadowed ever since the Chunin exam arc, where Momoshiki told Naruto that it is a shame that he could not pass down his powers to his children. Although we believed that statement and we thought it was true, to later prove Momoshiki wrong with having Hima inherit Naruto's tail beast powers. And this could be the reason why she is able to sense Naruto in a completely different dimension. Even Boruto, apart from him knowing where Naruto was able to sense that Naruto was in a completely different dimension. This is the resonance that we see between people who have Biju chakra. So what powers does Hima actually have? This is where we have to step into another theory. And for good reason. We know that she has tail beast chakra, but we don't know exactly whose chakra it is and what powers it grants her. One of the most interesting theories that I have seen in the current moment is that Hima's power comes from a different variation of the 10 tails, the one that appeared while Kaguya was being sealed, and to be specific, the rabbit one. And if this is true, this might end up being the most subtle foreshadowing that we have seen in a while. As if you look all throughout Naruto's home, you would see plenty of rabbits, especially the stuffed toy rabbit that we see all throughout the home. In addition, Damon, the one who first let us know that Hima possesses some hidden powers, now in the time skip, we see him wearing a bunny ear one piece. With the connections that we have seen over time with Hima and sunflowers, especially if you look at her design in the time skip and the design cover that we got for chapter 3, it is undeniable that Hima has to do with sunflowers. And if you go and look up what are rabbits' favorite flowers, or at least one of their favorite flowers, you would then see that rabbits' favorite flowers are sunflowers. So now, people have theorized that Hima's powers come from the rabbit 10 tails that we have briefly seen in the war arc when Kaguya was getting sealed. And personally, I love this theory because it would make perfect sense and allow Hima to be a very important character in the series. And with the concept that we have seen from Kishimoto that literally predicted Mitsuki's Sage Mode powers, Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan powers, and how it would look like, and we have Boruto, who seems to have 2 Byakugans and some sort of tail beast state mode. I don't know what exactly it is at the time, but I don't believe that this concept is going to be for Boruto, but I believe that this concept is going to be for Hima. This makes perfect sense as Boruto only has 1 Byakugan and Hima is the only one with 2. And personally, I wasn't the biggest fan of Boruto having a pink transformation. I know that he has pink undertones with his first design in Boruto Part 1, but I believe that it fits Hima a lot more, and I think that this is what we're going to be seeing. Whatever those powers do end up granting Hima, it will put her on a crazy level, and she will be able to pack up Kawaki by herself. That's why you have to watch this video right here, as Jura is aware of these powers that Hima has, and he is planning on kidnapping her and finding out more information about Naruto.